Hello students, welcome to Exam Corner. Today we will discuss about the Contractual High School Teacher CVT 2021 Physics paper batch 1 that was held on 25 October 2021. Okay, let's start into question. First question is, how can a voltmeter which gives a full deflection at 1 volt and has a resistance of R equal to 50 ohm be converted into a milliammeter that can measure up to 120 milliampere? This is the question. So we have to convert a given voltmeter, a full deflection range is given 1 volt. Okay, so first of all we have to write the formula. Okay, right. So basically the given VG is given like the 1 volt. Okay, then RG is given 50 ohm. So what we can find from here, that is IG equal to VG by RG, that is 1 by 50. This is the first condition. Like voltmeter volt potential given ଦେଇଛି, resistance given ଦେଇଛି, ଆମେ current through the galvanometer first ପାଇଯିବା, IG ପାଇଯିବା. then ଆମ ପାଖରେ ଯେହେତୁ ଆମକୁ convert କରିବାର ଅଛି into an ammeter, so ଆମେ ପଢ଼ିଛେ କି in order to convert into ammeter we have to connect a resistance shunt in parallel. Okay, so in order to find the resistance of the shunt RS, there is a formula, that is IG RG divided by I minus IG. So put the value here. IG is, if we calculate 1 by 50, it will come 0.02 ampere. Okay, put the value here, 0.02 into RG is found to be 50. I is given to you, that is 120 milliampere. 120 milliampere, we can write 0.12 ampere minus IG is 0.02. So what will be the value? If you solve it, that is 0.02 into 50 divided by 0.12 minus 0.02, that is come around 0.10. Okay, if you solve it, it will come around 50 into 0.02 will be 1, that is 1 by 0.10, that is basically 10. So basically 10 ohm, the RS is found to be 10 ohm, but we know the shunt resistance is always connected parallel. So in order to convert a 1 volt deflection of resistance 15 ohm into a into an ammeter or milliammeter that can measure of 120 milliampere, we have to connect a 10 ohm resistance in parallel. So the correct option is option B. Okay, so next question is, a copper wire is traced to make it longer by 0.5%. Find the percentage change in its resistance. Okay, so we know basically R resistance formula, R equal to rho into L by A, right? So let us assume there is no change in volume after the elongation. If you elongate by length, it will decrease by width. So let us assume that volume remains constant. Okay, so let us multiply rho 1L above, that will be L square, 1L in denominator. So this will be volume, that is rho into L square by V. Let us assume volume remains constant. So let us differentiate the left hand side. Delta R by R will be, rho and V are constant, so what will be the answer? That is 2 delta L by L. The change in length is given by 0.5%. So in the place of delta L by L, you can write 0.5. So 2 into 0.5 will be 1.0. So the question asks, find the percentage change in resistance. The percentage change in resistance, if you multiply, that is delta R by R into 100, it will comes out to be 1%. So what is the correct answer? The option D. Okay, next Shiva. Two electric bulbs A and B are connected in series and ratio of the resistance is 1:2. What is the ratio of the power dissipated in these bulbs? We know the formula for power equal to P equal to I square R, right? Basically here P is directly proportional to R, so you can write that is P1 by P2 is equal to R1 by R2. The given resistance are in the ratio of 1:2, so the power are in the ratio of also 1:2. So P1 is to P2 equal to 1:2. So the option D is correct. Next, okay, basically this question need to be solved later. Okay, I'm going to the next question which I have solved so far. Next question, next one. Okay, here I'll solve that question later. I have not solved it. Okay, the question is a solid cylindrical conductor having radius r has a uniform current density. How the magnetic field intensity H varies both inside and outside the conductor as a function of its distance r from the center of the wire. Okay, so basically the formula for the magnetic field inside and outside the cylinder, you know, for inside the formula is B equal to mu 0 I r by 2 pi r square, right? Then what is the value of H then? H is equal to B by mu 0, so it will come like I r by 2 pi r square. So basically here for this is for inside, so H is basically direct proportional to R. For outside B is like mu 0 I by 2 pi r, and what will be the H then? H is B by mu 0, that is simply I by 2 pi r. So here H is inversely proportional to R. In the first case H is directly proportional for inside, and for outside H is inversely proportional to R. So out of the option A is correct. Go to the next question. Two similar capacitors of capacitance C charged differently with charges Q1 and Q2. The amount of energy lost when these charged capacitors are connected in parallel is directly proportional to. So basically the energy loss in the capacitor formula is like Q square by 2C. This is the energy lost or energy stored, you can write anything, is Q square by 2C. But here two capacitors are basically connected, two similar capacitors charged differently. The amount of energy lost these charged capacitors are connected in parallel. If two capacitors having the capacitance C and C, if they connected in parallel, what will be the equivalent capacitance? Basically C plus C, that is 2C. Okay. So what will be the answer? If the Q1 is charge stored in first capacitor and Q2 is charge stored in second capacitor, then energy lost in the form of capacitor from capacitor will be half. Okay, let us assume Q square. In the place of Q square you can write the differences Q1 minus Q2 square. Okay, as there is two capacitors. In the place of C you can now write 2C. Okay, the question is asked the connected in parallel. Okay, so what will be the answer? Q1 minus Q2 square by 4C. So out of the option C is correct. So let's go to the next question. An electron and a proton are each placed at a rest of electric field 520 Newton per coulomb. Calculate the speed of the electron particle 48 nanosecond after being released. Okay, so basically initially both electron proton are each of both first initially electron and proton दी जन rest रे good electric field that is 520 Newton per coulomb. Calculate the speed of the electron of particle 48 nanosecond after being released. खाली तुम electron और latter speed पचाचे. तो basically you know the formula V equal to U plus AT. आम ये इलेक्ट्रॉन पाई बाहर करबा. It is the V final velocity of electron. This is the initial velocity of electron. Okay, A is the acceleration of the electron. Okay, so I'm pocket the value. Initially electron rest at last was 0. So in the place of A, we can replace like the charge of electron into electric field by mass of the electron. We have the formula like A equal to E into E by M, right? We know this formula into T. So we can write the value of 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. In place of E, you can write 520. In place of T, you can write 48 nanosecond, 48 into 10 to the power minus 9, divided by mass of the electron is 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. Okay, so after solving all of this, the answer will become like this: 4.38 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second, or for your approximate, you can round up 4.38 up to 4.44, that is 4.44 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. Option D is correct. So next, the year of Saturn is 29.5 times that on Earth. If the Earth is 1.50 into 10 to the power 8 kilometer from the Sun, how far is the Saturn from the Sun? So basically, there is a formula for the Kepler's law, that is T square is proportional to A cube, where T is the time period, where A is the distance of the semi-major axis. We can compare basically, that is basically T Saturn, I'm right लिख दूँ Saturn by S और Earth by E, so Ts square by Ts E square is equal to basically some constant A Saturn cube by A Earth cube. Okay, then for हम पचाची कौन ना हाउ फार द Saturn from the sun, माने हम बेसिकली हम पचाची AS बाहर करिया पे, तो AS एटू केते हबो ना AS हेइचबो, दैट इज A Earth into TS by TE to the power 2 by 3. You can solve here. तमे गोटे रो क्यूब नहीं परिबो आणि AS by AE जदि करिबो एपड आसी 2 by 3 हे जो बेसिकली. ओके, तो क्यूब रूट जदि नहीं जिबो एपड आसले 2 by 3 हे जो. तुमको सारा डाटा गिवन अछि. AE तुमको गिवन अछि 1.5 into 10 to the power 8 kilometer. In order to convert meter, 10 to the power 8 kilometer टा हे जो 10 to the power 11 meter. और तुमको TS देइछि, टाइम पीरियड फॉर द Saturn is 29.5 times than the Earth. तो TS जगह हम पके दे परिबो 29.5 into TE divided by TE to the power 2 by 3. तो TE cancel out. After multiplying 1.5 into 10 to the power 11 with 29.5, the value is found to be like something 1.43 into 10 to the power 12 meter. So the correct option is D. Option D is correct. Next, kinetic energy of a satellite is proportional to the which of the following if the time period of the satellite is T by 2. Okay, we know basically the kinetic energy of the satellite is formula like this: half mv square is equal to G capital M small m by 2r. Okay, so basically the kinetic energy is inversely proportional to r, but according to Kepler's third law, T square proportional to RQ or AQ, here we can write RQ. So comparing these two equations, this one and this one, we can conclude that the kinetic energy or the time period T square is proportional to RQ, so the kinetic energy will be proportional to time period to the power minus 2 by 3. Okay, so basically तमे जति एठु नंबर, that is T proportional to RQ, that is T proportional to R to the power 3 by 2. Okay, then तमे जति R रे पुट करिवो, ए वैल्यू रे पुट करिवो, देन तुम केते आसीबो t प्रोपोर्शनल टू सिंपली हे जिवो t प्रोपोर्शनल टू सॉरी t प्रोपोर्शनल टू आसे जिवो 3/2 किंतु हमको एठी भी 3/2 पुट कर दरकार नै हमको दे देछि जेतु काइनेटिक एनर्जी इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू r तुम r जगह रे ही पके दबो वैल्यूटा तो एठू r जगह बेटर पके दियो इजी हो तुम पे r प्रोपोर्शनल टू t टू द पावर 2/3 बेसिकली एठी पके दियो t स्क्वायर प्रोपोर्शनल टू r क्यूब दैट इज t प्रोपोर्शनल टू r टू द पावर 3/2 और r प्रोपोर्शनल टू t टू द पावर 2/3 क्लियर तो जब हम पुट कर दबा तो बेसिकली कौन आसो ना काइनेटिक एनर्जी प्रोपोर्शनल टू t टू द पावर -2/3 एट तुम t जगह तुम t/2 देछि तुम t/2 पके टू द पावर -2/3 कले भी बेसिकली काइनेटिक एनर्जी ता प्रोपोर्शनल हबो t to the power -2/3 सहित so the correct answer is option C. Okay, so next, in a still water a man can swim at a speed of 4 km/h. How long does it take him to cross a 1 km wide river if the river runs at a constant 3 km/h if he takes his stroke normal to the river current? तो बेसिकली तुमरा तो रिवर विथ देछि 1 किलोमीटर स्टील वाटर में प्रथम बाहर कर दवा केते टाइम लागिवो मैन को सो केते टाइम लागिवो स्टील वाटर रे t इक्वल टू बेसिकल डिस्टेंस बाय स्पीड ओके सो डिस्टेंस तुमरो कते अछि डिस्टेंस इज 1 किलोमीटर और टाइम तुमको स्पीड अछि तुमरो केते ना 4 km/h तो तुम जो सॉल्व करियो बेसिकल एटा आसी जबो तुम केते 1/4 आवर दैट इज 1/4 आवर इक्वल टू बेसिकली 15 मिनट ओके सो नेक्स्ट तुम पचाची हाउ लॉन्ग डज इट टेक हिम टू क्रॉस 1 किलोमीटर वाइड रिवर इफ द रिवर रन्स at a constant speed of now 3 km/h और he makes a stroke normal to the river current बेसिकली एबे जदि हमें जेत रिवर रन करुचे एट द स्पीड ऑफ 3 km/h सेम 1 किलोमीटर को कवर करिया पे ताको बेसिकली केते टाइम लागिवो सेम फार्मूला हम पकेबा बे कोन अछि हमरा हमको बाहर करे अछि बेसिकल टाइम तो टाइम इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस बाय स्पीड राइट सो डिस्टेंस तमरे आज यूजुअल तमरे 1 किलोमीटर अछि बट एबे स्पीड तमरे केते अछि स्पीड तुमको से दे देछि ओके तुमको डिस्टेंस इक्वल टू टाइम इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस बाय स्पीड एबे तुम टाइम भी पाई जाइछो ओके टाइम तमे पाइछो 15 मिनट ओके डिस्टेंस 1 किलोमीटर अछि देन तुमको सॉल्व करिवार अछि अच्छा बट सेकंड स्पीड तमर अच्छी 3 km/h all right you can write here basically okay 25 okay so 1 kilometer is distance your speed is like 4 km/h so by solving this so you can get the value like 1/4 hour so 1/4 hour is nothing but 0.25 hour so the time taken will be when the river flowing at a speed of 3 km/h and we are like swimming at a speed of 4 km/h we have to we'll get the time or we need to take the time of around 0.25 hours so the time taken by the swimmer to cross the river is around 0.25 hours so the option C is correct okay next a body weight 8 gram what will be the velocity of the body if force of 160 dyne act on the body for 20 seconds okay so basically the weight of the body is given m equal to 8 gram that is 8 into 10 to the power -3 kg okay force is given 160 dyne that is 160 into 10 to the power -5 Newton okay so a time is also given 20 seconds so we know that is acceleration equal to force by mass so basically solve first 160 into 10 to the power -5 divided by 8 into 10 to the power -3 that will be simply 0.20 meter per second square we know from kinematics, v equal to u plus at. Initial, there is no force act, there is no velocity basically, so initial velocity you have to put 0. A is here 0.20, time taken is 20, so 0.20 into 20 basically 4 meter per second. In order to convert the meter into centimeter, that will be 400 centimeter per second. Okay, so initially आम बॉडी को अज्यूम करिया बॉडी इज एट रेस्ट. जो नेक्स्ट टाइम तुम जो फोर्स पकाच 169 फॉर 20 सेकेंड, देन तुम बॉडी वेलोसिटी केते हम, दैट इज अराउंड 400 सेंटीमीटर पर सेकेंड. सो ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट. ओके, सो आम अराउंड 10 क्वेश्चन फिलहाल डिस्कसन कले फर्स्ट हाफ रे. आम और नेक्स्ट हाफ रे आम 10टा क्वेश्चन डिस्कसन करिया. ओके, थैंक यू.